investors. My name is Edwin Epperson, manager of Blue Bay Capital, and I help capital investors make wiser and more informed decisions. In today's video, we're going to go over how to invest in notes, the basics of how to be a note investor. This is very important, and I believe that this last video in this series is going to help you determine which side of the table and how you want to invest in notes. As Warren Buffett has said, risk comes from not knowing what you are doing, and my goal and intent is to educate and help investors understand the risks that are involved with private note investing. So we're going to cover several different primary ways that you can invest in notes. You can invest individually, meaning by yourself. You can invest through a broker, meaning somebody else does a lot of the work, but you at the end of the day make the decision. You can invest through online portals, and we'll cover some of those and what that looks like. And then, of course, last but not least, we're going to cover Blue Bay Capital's private lending turnkey solution and how we can help you start investing in private notes secured with real estate. So let's go ahead and take a look at the individual. So if you're individually going to invest in private notes, what is required and what needs to happen? So we're going to cover marketing, processing, underwriting, and servicing. Those are the four main stages of creating a note. And then we're going to cover the funds that are needed and the expected returns. Now we're going to break this down into three categories: time, knowledge, and experience for each one of these sections, or each one of these primary statuses, if you will, of a loan. So if you're going to be doing this yourself, you're going to have the time, the knowledge, and the experience in marketing for borrowers, how to find them, how to vet them. And all of that is included when you decide to become the private lender yourself. You're going to have an understanding of processing, what documents to collect. What do those documents look like? How, is a document that the borrower submits to you or the appraiser or the contractor that's doing the work? Is it the right document? Does it have the right information? So you need to have the time, the knowledge, and the experience to go through that and have a grasp on what you're looking at and processing. Underwriting. This is really the crux of making risk-reduced loans and mitigating your risk, or otherwise making really bad loans. You have to know how to underwrite. And again, you need to have all three of these key components for the underwriting status. And then servicing. This is often a part that many people just think that, well, once I've made the note, then it's performing and that's it. But you need to know what documents you need to provide the borrower, what documents you need to provide for yourself for reporting taxes at the end of the year. You need to know what happens when a loan goes into default, who to reach out to, what that process looks like. So all of these things are you need to have the time, the knowledge, and the experience to fully service a note. The funds, you will need 100% of the funds if you're going to make a note individually. The returns, you can expect anywhere from 9 to 15%. So the returns are phenomenal. Again, though, I can tell you that this is a full-time job. You might be able to do one or two, a handful every year, but more than that, you will be creating a new career for yourself. And for many private lenders that are seeking a truly passive investment strategy, doing it yourself, it just doesn't make sense. So the default is, well, then I'm going to go through a broker. So let's take a look at what a broker provides. Well, you don't have to worry about marketing, so that's a good thing. The broker takes care of all of that. So you don't need the time, knowledge, or experience for marketing. On the processing, the broker has got the time. He's going to process and collect the documents. So he's going to have the processing time and experience. He's going to know what documents to collect. But at the end of the day, you need to have the knowledge of how that processing works. And so that even more importantly, when you get to the underwriting, because at the end of the day, it's your money. You have to be the one that makes the decision. So ultimately, you have to have the time, knowledge, and experience to underwrite each loan file. And if I may add, you also need to have the ability to tell the broker that this is not a good loan fit for you. That can be hard, especially for newer private lenders, because the brokers can be very aggressive. They can push these loans on new private lenders. And if you don't have an understanding of how to properly underwrite a loan, the broker can can give you a loan and put you into a loan that's a bad loan, and you won't know that it is a bad loan. And at the end of the day, after the broker completes originating that note and it is a performing loan, it is up to you to service the loan. You either do it yourself or you have to find another company that will do it for you, which cuts into profit. Ultimately, at the end of the day, you still need to have 100% of the funding to invest into brokered loans. Your returns may be less as well. You could be earning anywhere from 6 to 12% on your note, which is not bad, but it could be anywhere in that wide range. And honestly, the broker is the one that is negotiating that rate of return, and you are simply agreeing to that rate of return. Well, that might not work in the fund model or the online portal process, or going this way of investing in notes. There's a lot of online portals. I will say this, that if you find an online portal, and there are a few, Prosper, Cadre, you've got a few others out there that PaperStack, I believe, is one where they do a lot of stuff for you, but you have to know what you're doing. Ultimately, they are taking care of the marketing. They are finding the borrowers, so you don't need to have the time, knowledge, and experience to do that. They also take care of the processing, which is great because you don't have to have any of the information. You don't have to have the time, knowledge, or experience to do the processing of the file. They will do an internal underwriting, but ultimately, at the end of the day, you have to be able to have the time and the knowledge to know how to underwrite the file and look at the information that the online portal has gathered to determine whether that's a good note for you or not. Also, in many cases, the online portal will take care of your servicing for you. However, in most cases, not all, there are a few portals to where you can fractionally invest, but in many cases, you will have to still have 100% of the funding. And this is the downside, because the online portal or the fund is taking all of that into consideration. You will get a lower return. Your returns expected on an annual basis should be between 6 to 8% annually. Well, how does Blue Bay Capital stack up against all of that? Well, again, I believe our solution is revolutionary. It's a proprietary way and a method for passive investors to passively invest in assets or investments that generate passive income. So we take care of everything, sort of like the online portals. We take care of everything for the marketing. We're finding the borrowers, vetting the borrowers, making sure that all the professionals on the team that protect us, you and Blue Bay Capital as the lenders, they're all in place and they are doing their job appropriately. We know what documents to process, what those documents look like. We're personally invested into these loans, so we don't want a loan going bad. So we're going to make sure that all the documents collected contain the right information. And this goes right into underwriting. We handle the underwriting for you. We do all of that legwork. We make sure that, again, all the professionals that we use to help us originate the note, the title company, the attorney, the appraisal, the inspections, the people that are helping us even servicing the note, they are all professionals, and we handle and arrange all of that for you. We also handle your servicing. So we prepare all the 1099, 1098s to the borrower and to you at the end of every year. We collect interest payments from the borrower and then disperse them to you. So everything is truly a turnkey solution. And this is really one of the best reasons to consider using Blue Bay Capital's turnkey private lending solution, is that you can be a fractional investor, meaning you don't have to have 100% of the funds. You can have a fractional amount of the loan. As well as, I believe we offer a much better return than your online portals. Maybe not as high as what you could earn if you did it yourself, but working through Blue Bay Capital, you will see annualized returns that are much better than anywhere else in the industry. So ultimately, it boils down to this. And I know you've probably seen this slide before, but I can't overemphasize it enough. If you've got limited time and you don't have the time to go out and do private lending and build a business, then Blue Bay Capital can provide that for you. If you don't have the experience in knowing what documents and how to underwrite, Blue Bay Capital can do that for you. If you're looking for true file cabinet money to where it is the most passive investment possible with very little time, we're literally talking minutes out of your day in any given moment, whether you're going to decide to invest or not. Blue Bay Capital's turnkey private lending solution can answer that need for you. If you're looking for a way to truly leverage not only capital, but time, knowledge, and experience, again, you can leverage ours. We want you to leverage ours to be successful in private lending. And then, of course, last but not least, if you're looking for a way to diversify your investments across a lot of different loans and be able to participate and not fully fund a loan, then my belief is that Blue Bay Capital's turnkey private lending solution is for you. So really the last question that you need to ask yourself is turnkey private lending for you? And my belief is yes. If you're truly seeking passive investments for passive income, if you're looking for lower risk yet higher return than safer investments, or if you're looking for investments where you are in control, then my belief is that our turnkey private lending solution is for you. My name is Edwin Epperson. This is my contact information. Please reach out and connect with us, like and follow us on social media. I'm constantly putting out educational content for private lenders and for borrowers. You'll be able to see both of those type of posts. If you ever have any questions or you just want to discuss more in detail what we offer through Blue Bay Capital's turnkey solution, then I would love the opportunity to sit down with you, discuss with you our solution, what that looks like, and how it can fit into your investment portfolio. Thank you, God bless, and be looking for more educational content from me in the future.